My name is Alyssa Barone, and I'm currently a junior in Gallatin. And right now I'm saying my concentration is like a mix of critical race theory and public health. And my goal in that is to examine all the forces of racism and how they affect health and access to healthcare, and then how to promote health equity in these marginalized communities that experience the most, I guess, disproportionate access to health and good health outcomes, so to speak. And I'm also minoring in inequality studies.
My name is Sophia Nappa. I'm a senior at Gallatin, and I'm studying the ethics, justice, and equity of public education. And that covers a lot of social justice, a lot of education policy, things like that.
The organization I internship with is called Black Gotham Experience, and their main mission is to look at the African diaspora's effects on New York City, and then to combine historical research and art to share those stories and share a lot of the history that is unknown to many New Yorkers. And this internship was linked to my class, Collective Memory of Atrocity and Injustice, and that was with Professor Gurman. And I chose this internship because I'm really interested in history and very specifically exploring Black history. And I love just learning the history of New York City because I live here now. I think my favorite part of this internship was the community at Black Gotham Experience. Instantly from the day I interviewed, I felt so welcomed, I felt wanted, I felt like I belonged on the team, and they valued having me. I wasn't just some intern that, I don't know, gets coffee and doesn't really have a supporting role. I felt very integral to the process of conducting historical research and then even helping lead with their walking tours. I really like the embedded nature of it because these themes that I'm discussing and learning about in my internship were also appearing in my class.
So I did an embedded internship within the class, Sarah Murphy's class, the Literature and of Human Rights. And the internship I was with PEN America, which is a literary human rights organization. So it was a really perfect match of the class I was taking. The internship really drew me in because it was in tandem with a class. I really liked that aspect. The internship in itself was really cool. They had me doing a lot of hands-on work. I was working in their programming department, so I was meeting a lot of really cool authors like Maggie Nelson or Sandra Cisneros. So I was meeting people who were actually authors and a part of the literary industry, which was really cool. But they have, for embedded internships, they have you do certain projects to go along with your classwork. And I got to do a really, really interesting project for my final project. And I did this really cool essay that combined the authors that I was reading about in class and the authors that I was working with in the internship.
For me, I found it very interesting. I don't think that's particularly related to public health, but I'm still just grateful to have so much history informing my present now, because in thinking of the African diaspora, I'm here right now because of that. And a lot of the issues we see in disparities in healthcare and health outcomes are directly related to all these previous historical policies and slavery and there's a million things, So I think it's just important to know the history because it really informs and explains a lot of why the present is the way it is.
This internship totally gave me so much to think about and long-term speaking. It's one of the first really professional work experience I've had. And it really taught me that this is something I actually would like to go into. It gave me great connections. And it's something that has definitely completely changed the way I thought about my job search being a senior. And it's definitely something I'm going to consider doing in the future. Definitely, yeah.
It was just a great experience and great opportunity. And I really loved my time with Black Gotham Experience.
It was a really impactful program, and I'm really, really grateful that I did it. It was a really cool experience.